Now, we've all had our ups and downs in life, but none of us more so than Barry Norman, I don't think. Welcome, Barry.
That's it.
This is an extraordinary collection of memorabilia, anything connected with roller coasters and Big Dippers. Why have you got so interested in that?
Well, it started at the Festival of Britain in 1951. I went on the Big Dipper, bought a postcard when I came off and started collecting ever since. And I built up rather a lot of photographic images and postcards over these years. I never thought I'd find out so much about the roller coaster. It's a fascinating subject.
Well, we all go on roller coasters and some of us come off absolutely terrified and vowing never to go again, but that's just me being a wimp. But nobody actually goes this far, or not many people go this far. What's the attraction for you?
Well, as soon as I started to find out about the roller coaster and where it came from, it originated as an ice slide in St. Petersburg, Russia.
You've got a picture of that there. Is that still there? I've been to St. Petersburg. I don't remember that.
It's this one here, and that was at the end of the 18th century. But of course that was just for the winter months when there was ice on the slope of it, you see. It was then developed by a showman to a dry slide. And that idea was taken back to Paris by Napoleonic soldiers, where you had these wonderful parks with beautiful coasting courses.
That looks a bit more like the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, very ornate, as you can see. The Americans picked up on this idea and started to build coasting courses. Now their coasting courses are car ran on flat rollers, well, flattish rollers, so hence the name roller coaster. That soon became, so it's an American name. And it wasn't until about 1870 that the American inventor Marcus Adner Thompson actually designed the first proper roller coaster, which was a switchback roller coaster with two parallel tracks. You went out on one track, you switched the points and came back on the other track. And that was a tremendous success and paid for itself in 3 months.
They look a lot milder in those days than they are now, and with the switchbacks and they're hanging upside down, and there was an accident on one quite recently, wasn't there?
Yes, there was, but I think you usually find that there's some reason for somebody playing around on these things. But just to pick up on your previous point, here was a looping coaster made of wood in 1901. So people were already going upside down and enjoying thrills like that all those years ago.
Yes, you wouldn't have thought that. There were two lumps of wood here, she said disrespectfully. Where are they from?
Well, that's the piece you have in your hand there is the preferred wood for roller coaster, which is the Louisiana longleaf yellow pine.
Oh, yes.
It's strong and long, and it's flexible as well.
It is strong, isn't it?
Yeah. And the other piece is pitch pine from British Honduras, and both of them are the preferable wood to build a decent wooden roller coaster out of.
They must have been quite something to actually build, weren't they? I mean, people must have died in the process.
Well, they used to test them with monkeys, first of all, to see whether they would come back intact.
Well, monkeys.
But more recently, sandbags is what you build up the weight of the car or the train with typically human weight in sandbags. And in this day and age, of course, it's all computer designed, and the moment you send a train out, you know you're going to get the train back.
Are there particular designers that you look forward to collecting, though?
Yes, Harry Guy Traver was a man who designed coasters that were so severe that they had a resident nurse in the station for cuts and bruises and general abrasions when you got back from the ride. But he was a one-off. He really pushed the envelope, as they say in the States these days.
Must be right. Any photo you're particularly looking for your collection?
I'm absolutely dying to get hold of a postcard of a Zippin' Pippin coaster at Liberty Land in Memphis. Elvis used to ride the coaster, and it's one I haven't got.
Well, maybe somebody out there will have one to let you have.
Hopefully.
Barry, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks so much.